Hello, hello! Today in the studio we are done with the grisaille and it is time to apply color over this black and white painting. I like to work with a limited palette. We are having from left to right titanium white, yellow ochre, cadmium orange, alizarin crimson, raw umber, and ivory black. I will start by mixing an average flesh tone. Yellow ochre with cad orange, a tiny bit of crimson, but this is too dark, so I will lighten up, bring the value up by adding titanium white. Okay, it's a bit yellow to my taste, so just a touch of crimson. Oh, look how powerful alizarin crimson is. If you're struggling with color, especially with hue, value, and chroma, you're not alone. I struggled with these concepts for a long time myself, and understanding them completely changed the way my portraits started to look. If color feels confusing or if your paintings don't quite feel right, I invite you to watch my video, Why Color is Not What Makes a Portrait Look Right. In that video, I break down these ideas in a simple, practical way so you can focus on what actually makes a portrait believable. You'll find the link in the description. Okay, the true test is to put just a dab of paint on the canvas. I put a dab on the canvas and I am happy with the result. I will now cover all the skin, all the canvas with this local skin tone. And within that local skin tone, I will apply different hue and value to build an eye. And this little pot is my glazing medium. I do it myself. The traditional recipe is really simple. You mix 1 part mineral spirit with 1 part linseed oil with 1 part damar varnish. For a better context for this eye, I thought it would be a good idea to put a local color for the ear and the nose. These features are a little redder. To do so, you add in your mix a tiny bit of alizarin crimson. Okay, now that I have a local color and average skin tone, I will now establish my darks. The darkest dark is around here, the pupil and the cast shadow on the eyeball. And then the eyebrows is quite dark. But now I need to be, each time you're dealing with color, you need to think of three components. Your hue, I mean the color, is it black, is it green, is it yellow? The value, is it dark, is it light in value? And the chroma, is it a bright red or kind of a pinkish, pastelish red? This is why I like to do the grisaille, to take care of the value first. When I'm glazing with the color, I only have to think of my hue and my chroma. The pupil here is ivory black. But here in a cast shadow, it goes slightly brown and warm, and here too. So I will have to take care of this. Here there was some drawing issue. My grisaille was too light. It's always a good time to correct your drawing, your proportion, to match the feature of your model. From here, the cast shadow on the eyeball is warmer than what I see. And also more brown. So I will mix another dab of paint. This one I will take raw umber and alizarin crimson. The advantages of working with a limited palette is that you can mix everything. Here I am mixing my own burnt umber with alizarin crimson and raw umber. But it's perfectly fine if you use a ready-made burnt umber in your painting kit. Don't worry if you don't get exactly, if you don't match the exact color. That's why we're doing layers. You let it dry and paint over it. The goal of this first layer is to establish the big forms of the eye, the overall color harmony, and the general structure without overworking the surface. In my grisaille, the eyebrow is really dark, it's black. But when I look at the color picture on the right, I need to correct the hue. It is a dark burnt umber. I am correcting the hue right now. Here, it's dark, but it's more toward yellow. So I will take tiny bit. I should change my brush. I will take my raw umber and mix it with yellow ochre. I am getting too dark here. I need to lighten the value of this eyebrow. However, do not mix white in this eyebrow because you will kill the chroma. To do a lighter value in the eyebrow, I dabbed a little bit with the flesh tone to bring the value up of this eyebrow. I'm getting lighter in value here. So I'm working within my skin tone that I previously put, and I'm working in this layer. So just blending my edges of the different color that I just put. For those who are new, on this channel, I document every single step it takes to copy an old master painting in oil. I show you the full process, the successes and the mistakes, and everything in between. I have started a Patreon so that if you enjoy this journey and want to support me and the channel, you now can. Your support helps me keep producing these detailed videos and keep the old masters' traditions alive for today's artists. If you are an artist yourself and sometimes feel stuck in your own process, I also offer a special Patreon tier where you can join me once a month for a private one-on-one coaching session on Zoom. It's a great way to get feedback, ask your questions, and get past those frustrating roadblocks in your own work. Now that I have a few colors to work with on this canvas, I take a clean brush and I make sure those edges blend softly. At this stage, I am very happy with this first color layer. In the next layer and in the next video, I will focus on the smaller forms, refining the planes, softening and sharpening transitions, and bringing more subtlety and realism to the eye. This is a slow process, but it allows the painting to stay cohesive while gaining depth and clarity over time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next stage of the process.